The new rig, the old rig. This is the first active duty we're running. What's up, guys? Welcome back. Been a long time. So I got a little update about both these two boats. So y'all stay tuned. I'll give you the full story, what we're gonna do, and we got us a new little duck boat build. So yeah, stay tuned. All right, guys. So back in January, you would know this if you follow my TikTok. Link it right here. I'll put it on the screen, whatever. I wrecked the old Nostalgia 553 low side edge. I wrecked it. I had 4 people with me. I'm not going to go into the story, but if you want to listen to it, the full story, go check out the Water Cowboys podcast. I'll link it down below. The whole thing is on there. Main thing I want to get on here is safety. Make sure you have chains on your jack plate. Make sure you're wearing your life jacket and skill cords. Here it is. It's totaled, but it is fixable. We're going to see if that works out. But this is the boat, obviously. Pretty jacked up. I mean, it's caved all the way back into here. So what happened was, had insurance on it. Insurance bought the boat. In the meantime, I bought this boat. Because the main reason I wanted this boat back was for the motor. Good motor, 2019 block. Good running motor for sure. It's not built or anything. Ended up buying that boat in the middle of wanting to buy this back from Copart. And another side note, do not buy anything from Copart with the fees. I did not realize that. Ended up buying it back. I took the motor that was on here, stuck it on there, ran that for the first time the other day. Ran freaking fantastic, way better than this one. But we are going to attempt to get this thing fixed. So yeah, there's an update on that. Now this comes to the new boat. This is a Reaper 553 ST step transom. Have the Vance on there. And if you're not familiar with these boats, these eyes back here, you cannot run a bobs between the eyes. So I ended up having to sell my bobs that was on that one. Bought this Vance. It's got, this is a base model. Comes standard with the rear hatch, front hatch, and I have a couple Knoll accessories on it right now, and I will be adding a lot more. I'm gonna be painting it, doing a whole bunch of stuff, so y'all stay tuned. Drove this thing one time and I realized that tiller was super far back, pretty uncomfortable, so I bought this tiller extension from TSR Products out of Australia. They shipped it to me and I had it within 2 weeks. Inside the hatches real quick, there's a lot of storage stock in this boat. I mean, it goes all the way over there to all the way back. Plenty of room for activities. Up here, same deal. A lot of room for your life jackets and whatever else you may need. Like I said, we'll have all the Knoll accessories on here soon, like so. This is the new turtle box holder mount, fuel jug retainer. There's a trim. And yeah, this is a super good performing boat. If you're interested in that. Rated for 3 people, 50 horsepower motor. So I bought this thing on the Tennessee aluminum I-beam trailer. That is one of the big things that I wanted for another boat. I wanted the I-beam and I wanted steps. And I wanted it to be a Reaper. Bought this thing used, drove 3 hours, and didn't realize these dents up here in the picture, but I bought it anyway. I know several welders that can fix me right up, and they're gonna do that here soon. That's the new rig, the old rig. Hopefully we can have both of these puppies running, looking good and running on the water before duck season, my plan. I got a couple of things I wanna do to this motor and show y'all. So I'm gonna put some reeds in it, have a TSR billet head, slap it on here, see what we see. So y'all stay tuned. I'm so glad to be back making a freaking duck boat video. And I hope y'all enjoy it. So y'all stay tuned for the installation process of them reeds. All right guys, I just pulled the boat into the shop. We're about to get started here. Like I said before, this is a Tohatsu M25D. Same thing refers to the M40D, M50D, M40D2, M50D2. So yeah, It's freaking super dirty. I need to have it clean, but there she is under the cowl. Alright, so this is the first active duty. We are going to install these Boyson T32R reeds, and these go back behind the carburetor right in here. So the T32s are, the regular T32s are RPM restricted, so if you do not run the T32Rs and you have your rev limiter unplugged like I do, which is risky, it will crack the reed. So I got the T32Rs, which are good for like 9,000 RPM. So let's put them on there. You also need gaskets that go right here. I love these motors so much because dang near every bolt to disassemble all this is 10 millimeters. So that makes it fantastic and easy to work on. So let's get these cars taken off. Very gently wiggle it off, and there we go. I'm definitely going to clean underneath that while I have it out. So we have our carbs off. Now we're just going to go ahead. I already took these linkages off, but I'm leaving that one intact. So all I got to do now is remove all these bolts. Oh, so there's your stock reed cages as the stops. With these Boysons, you'll be taking these stock reeds and off. Yeah, so now we're gonna take all these Phillipses off of these. So here's your reed cages. Intake unbolted off. So as you see here, the holes are offset, and Fastcats actually makes an upgraded billet intake plate, which they also make it where you can bolt 70 carbs. They have a 70 carb one and a 50 that'll fit that motor exactly. So I'm interested to see how much of a difference it makes being full meshed in the middle. But anyway, so I got them all off. Now we're going to take these two bolts out, top and bottom. Them reeds will come right off. And do that on every one of these. So I'll pick you up after I get them all off. I got everything apart. So this is going to be your factory reeds. Metal. These are going to be the upgraded Boyson reeds. So now we're going to put these on here. Is the back piece, this one right here. It goes on the back, and these right here go on the front, and then they have these little retainers that go on there, and you can tell it's rounded on one side, so that's obviously going to go to the bottom to match the contour of the reed. And yeah, you can, I keep all of this stuff, but stock stuff, but hopefully you'll never need it again. Due to the directions here, this is your mapping, Boyson versus stock. So I got all the reeds back together on the reed cages. So these are the old gaskets. I'm going to go ahead and replace them. They're pretty old and decrepit, and I ripped one of them getting it off. So I mean, there's a little O-ring type deal on the gasket. Most of these, there's none left, so might as well just go ahead and fix it while I'm in here. Alright, got everything clean for the most part. I was looking at this deal, 4.3 foot-pounds, so that's what we're gonna do. So let's get this thing back on there and rolling. Okay, I'm an idiot. I thought it was only one way for these, and I guess not. So I had to flip all of these back around. I did them all the wrong way. All right, back going now. They're all the right way. So, goes right down, just like so. I don't know if there's a torque sequence on this. I'm sure there probably is, but I'm not looking it up. I don't think there's enough torque on these for it to matter anyway. Just gonna start them off, and then I'll tighten them down with the impact, but not all the way, just get them. It said impact, but I'm using the battery ratchet. This one don't torque very hard, so. Torque. Good. Good. Yeah. Now we're good to put the carbs on. This back on top. This around. That goes your stator. And there goes your throttle. Alright, now all I got to do is put this choke linkage back on. We are good to go. Alright guys, so I got done with all the reed stuff. I got this head in there and I've been dying to try it out. So the end goal for this isn't it for it to be on this block, but I really want to see what it does on a majority stock motor, no porting or anything. So I just did the compression check on this motor here. I didn't video it, but it was 140, 135, 140, and this has a TLDI head gasket on it. So that bumps that compression because it's a little bit thinner than your regular 50D, 50D2 head gasket. All right, so I just pulled my head off the block there. I got them laying side by side. So this one here is your stock. See the offset, spark plug offset. This is center dome. I mean, yeah. I don't know how much compression much more this is going to build, but it's supposed to be a high compression head. Hopefully it's not super high. I'll be happy with like 160. The other difference is you don't use a head gasket with the TSR. There's an O-ring that goes in here that I gotta put on real quick, and it goes around each cylinder dome, and there's one up here too, I believe. I got this thing just semi kind of tight. Shoo! I'm gonna follow the factory torque specs for the Tohatsu head, the factory head. So then they are 23 foot-pounds. So that's what I'm gonna do, and go off these numbers for the torque sequence. So I got this head torqued down, just did the compression check of all three. We're running 170 all the way across the board. I sent them a message, asked them what octane to run. They said 98 octane, which is not available anywhere around here. So I'm gonna have to add some octane booster to be able to get it up that high, unless I want to run like 110, and that's super expensive. So I mean, this is only temporary for this motor anyway. Put these plugs in. All right guys, got the water going. Let's see how she does. Pump my bulb up. Alright guys, so that wraps up today's video. Telling you about the boats, doing a couple modifications to this one. And yeah, so if y'all are interested, y'all want to see how this thing runs with the stuff I've added, y'all tune in. I'll probably take it out this weekend, probably some buddies, and we'll get her done. So y'all stay tuned. Till then, see you on the next one.